Alright, GT4 boys. If you're struggling with driving the Nordschleife, I think I can put a lap together and show you where I push and where I back it off. So this GP section is where I try to gain the most amount of lap time. Your ample runoff, so if you make a mistake here, you're unlikely to end your race. Probably the easiest part of the track. Yeah, so try to use the curbs if they've got the grey stuff or green stuff on top of the curb. That's when I normally use them, even on the Nordschleife. It's a bit of margin for error, so to speak, so you can go a little harder when there's extra room on the outside of the corners. I'll show you a bit more when we get onto the Nordschleife. Bit of a mistake there, but it's alright. I dropped down the second for this corner. This bit here I'm more confident than probably others, because I've done a lot of running through here because I've crashed a lot. Brake about there. Turn in the fourth. See, because I broke earlier, I made a bit of a mistake there, but I was able to pull it up. Stay off that inside curb down that hill. If you hit that curb, the car just spins out no matter what you do. Over this hill, I keep it flat till I reach the crest, then I dab on the brakes and you get it turned in. Now I made a bit of a mistake there, but that's alright because the car was nice and stable because I braked reasonably, a little bit earlier than you could. It's the same up here. I could go a little deeper, but I just hugged this inside here. They break you the fraction early, but it gives you more margin for error. And of course you can go even earlier than what I'm doing if you're not feeling confident. Start of the markings on the road here is where I brake. I change down the fifth and then I hold it, use that inside curb. Gives you more room so you're not too close to that outside wall. This is low speed, so you can use the curbs here and it's not going to unbalance the car at all. A bit of frame skips, which is a little concerning. Probably won't be able to record Nürburgring. Change down to fourth for that corner and then to third here. I quickly change the fourth by dropping it back to third for this corner. This corner I run wider. You can scrub off a bit more speed if you want. This section here is fourth gear. And then I slow it down a fair bit and try to hug this inside here in fourth. Then change into third, then into second. So these low speed corners aren't too much of a problem because you give yourself plenty of margin for error. You change down to third for here. Hit the limiter and then drive through that right hander there. It's actually, that right hand is actually more open than you think, so you got a lot of margin for error in there. This corner is again another of those long third gear rights, and now we charge up the hill. Now for this section I hold it in 5th, because once you click 6th the car bogs down with the current gear ratio that the baseline has, so it's quicker just to buzz it off the limiter. You can keep it flat here, and then here I change it down to 4th. You can do that in 5th, but 4th gives you a lot more margin for error because it's such a fast corner. Quick dab of the brake through that right hand kink. This corner here is 2nd gear. And we come to the carousel, which you can actually go deeper than you think. You hook it in to the banking. Just like that. Now I hold it into 5th there, but it's probably better to stay in 4th. Change down the 4th for this little left right. Car's a little down on revs, but that's alright. Change down the 3rd for this right. And then I hold it into 4th for these next sequence of corners. Quick dab of the brake. Another hold on to the brake. And you also hold into 4th through here. A little bit of slide there, but it's alright. You got margin for error around that corner. Drop down to 3rd. You got to hug it tight, because these corners are quite tight. Through YouTube, you don't want to go too wide here, because if you get on that red and white painted curb there, the car will just spin. Got to keep it tight through here as well. Down the hill. Now you want to be on the brakes before you get to that jump. Sometimes you can run through this whole section flat, but to be safer, just do little lifts here and there. See, I made a mistake there because I didn't lift off enough, but that corner there, you can. That's the corner where you can sort of push it a little bit, because you can just straight line it. Do a little carousel. And then I like to, these last couple quarters before the really long straight, I like to keep in 4th. I brake before each of the corners just as insurance. Now we're on holiday down this straight. Just get back, relax. Grab yourself a martini, shaken, not stirred. Now hold it flat through this left-handed, because that's alright. Well, it's pretty easy. Now I'm on the brakes before this section here. You can go in deeper than that, but it's pretty bumpy, that last bit in the braking. Oh shit. Now, if my computer didn't bug out then, I would have done that. That would have been a clean lap. But yeah, that's how I drive the Nordschleife at the moment. A couple of mistakes, but until my screen froze because I'm recording this, I didn't hit any walls, and that's all we got to do in the race. Even if you don't, even if we get drive-through penalties, as long as we haven't hit the wall, then it's all good. So don't worry about the 1x for the off tracks. It's those hitting the walls that you got to avoid. I hope you guys take a lot from that, and if we do pretty much what I did in that lap, we should be pretty decent come the race in 3 weeks' time.